Hutch is such an unfathomable pussy. Why is he replying to clips of tweets, clips of me and tweets with me blocked, refusing to have a conversation? What an unfathomable fucking pussy this bold loser is. Truly. But let's read this tweet. In fact, let's pull up my clip as well.
Therefore, you shouldn't punch left. It's like, isn't that convenient? You know, like, weren't you saying don't punch left before Donald Trump was even president? And now you think that you can use Donald Trump as a shield from critique? Like, what planet do you live on? What? Something that I think, like, people like Kyle Kalinske...
It's just, like, delusional to think that you're having, like, that there's any positive benefit to your fucking goals by just crying about Hassan every day. Where does that get you? What does that do? What does that influence people to do? You're not winning any Hassan fans over.
Trump is president, he's doing these awful things. Therefore, you...
What? Yeah, true. So, what's Hutch's retarded reply here? But unbelievably retarded reply here. How does this logic not apply to himself? Because I don't claim that anything I'm doing is good political strategy or for a political outcome. I don't claim to be doing a political project here. I don't use those terms. That's not what I do. Hutch does. Hutch says, this is my political project. I'm trying to, like, maximize for wins for Democrats. That's what he says. He is, like, not even just a commentator. He sees himself as, like, a social media activist, basically. He sees himself, like Hassan sees himself, as, like, a propagandist, basically. As, like, he's trying to, like, you know, put out media that moves the needle in his favor. That's what his goal is. That's what he talks about doing. He constantly goes on and on about how attacking Hassan is actually the best strategy. That's what I'm replying to. I don't think in terms of political strategy. I'm like personal interest and money. That's me. So this doesn't apply to me because I'm not wasting my time as long as I'm having fun and paying rent. And that's all. That's my only standards. Hutch claims he's doing a political project. If I shouldn't spend time criticizing people to my left because it's a waste of time, how does he justify spending time criticizing me? Well, I've just answered that. So, I highly doubt he's meeting his own standard of convincing many people, not aiming to convince people, again, who like my stuff to abandon ship. I don't subscribe to this kind of thinking. I don't give a fuck if he spends time watching my videos. Live your life, go... No, I watch your videos because I make money doing it. Live your life, go nuts. If you think my arguments are shit or my outlook is bad, have at it and make your case. Yep. That's what I'm doing in the clip. Thank you for the $20, Delta Moth. Hugely appreciated.
Speaking of money.
Thank you so much. That's insanely generous of you. Thank you. What a fucking unfathomable pussy this guy is. Tweeting, replying to clips from behind a block, dodging conversation. What an unbelievable fucking coward. Thank you so much, Matt N, as well, for the $50. That is hugely generous, Matt N. Thank you so much. Keeping the lights on, as always. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's just crazy. He is such a fucking loser. Well, you said loser. And I would type it properly if I was saying it, but I do agree with the sentiment. Jesus, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's so... It's actually just so bitch-made to talk shit behind blocks. There's so many people that do this, man. There's literally like so many people that just talk shit from behind blocks. It's like so fucking crazy. There's this like, dude, there's this guy, this like fucking retard that J-Stroke like sent or showed me a tweet of at some point like in the past couple of weeks. And I saw I was blocked. This retard called is it, dude? Is it Konya? The Ben Shapiro's biceps guy on Twitter. This guy used to like be in Chud's community and would like, you know, he was part of all like the in jokes and all this shit. But I assume he's still like a DGG, you know. So he like he blocked me and he like fucking cries about me from behind blocks. Like every other week I see another tweet from this guy crying about me from behind a fucking block. And it's like, bro, you are like mentally ill. You are like mentally ill and deeply LGBT. Yeah, behind the box shit talking is just sickening. Just totally sickening. Are we still doing it? Dude, I keep getting straight from this Tech Time video. I just don't give a fuck about this Miskiff Emery stuff. I'm gonna be real.
We'll do anything for 5 extra viewers, 10 extra viewers, 100 extra viewers, 1,000 extra viewers. And I think it speaks volumes because if you think he's the only person like that, I'm sorry, there's many, many, many more.
Oh wait, I've got other Hutch clips. To be fair, I could do a little bit of Hutch logging now that he's crying. Hutch discovers what Filmot is in real time. The guy did a 2-minute search and showed his source. Hutch calls the guy obsessed for developing some tool to scour through my YouTube videos. Sorry. So yeah, this guy had a back and forth with Hutch on Twitter, where basically he's just pointing out that Hutch is like obsessed with Hassan. And then he points out that in like 50% of the videos about Hassan, Hutch also says the words Arab, terrorist, or Muslim. And Hutch was like seething over this, like fighting with the guy on Twitter, even though it's like retarded, like it doesn't prove anything. It's like you said someone's name in your content, who cares? But he's like arguing it down with this guy on Twitter. And yeah, I guess he was seething about on stream.
Mentioned Hassan 1,340 times in 205 videos on his channel. How do you have to how do you even do that? Like, what tool did somebody come up with to do that? I feel like you get to 17 daily streams way before you get to 205 videos. Yeah, wouldn't you have to analyze? Wait, I don't even understand. So did the person go through all of Hassan's VODs? Would they even have the tool to do that? How do you check that? Are there transcripts for Twitch? How do you think Conduit does his job? And so then I joke around a little bit, do a little meme, and he says, those are obsession numbers. Bro, it says YouTube, you boomer. But no, but it says YouTube channel and VOD comparison. He doesn't stream on YouTube. So how the fuck did he get the transcript for 17 streams? This guy calls me obsessed. It's like, bro, you just used some kind, you developed some kind of like software or some kind of tool to scour through all of my YouTube videos to find every instance that I said the word Hassan. And I'm the fucking obsessed one? Took me a grand total of 2 minutes using this YouTube transcript aggregator. You can look at all the videos where you mention him. It's quite disturbing. This just doesn't make any sense. That seems like a very flawed way to kind of judge this situation. Wouldn't there be value to know what I was saying?
Wow, really, Hutch? Wow, really? This isn't like a conclusive, like, crazy expose. Whoa, no way, Hutch. Holy fuck, man. This guy's sharp, isn't he? Nothing gets past Hutch. You know, I don't think you can actually draw very firm conclusions from this. Wow, yeah, it's like it's a Hassan fan fucking with you on Twitter, you bald fucking idiot. Like, he just doesn't understand how fucking embarrassing he is.
Doesn't what I say matter more than the trend of how many times I say something?
Yep. Wow. Are there any other Hutch clips? It's usually Tony posting these, isn't it? Hutch thinks people defend Hassan because they fear being crushed by his ruthless ratios.
On people, and I think people fear his power level because they've seen him just mercilessly dunk on people, especially on Twitter. You know, like getting a ratio, I feel like is kind of like a currency. You know, like if you're an account that very reliably ratios people, that's kind of the. Do you guys agree with me? Like on Twitter, that's kind of like the, you know, That's like the currency. You know what I mean? If you're one of these accounts that can...
He's just like mad because he's been getting ratios whole thread. Where's the rest of this? Someone link me the VOD. Someone link me the VOD. Send me where he's talking about this. I want to see the full segment. Someone send me the VOD. Someone link me the VOD. Where's Tony or someone who's got the VOD, the Hutch VOD from today? Was anyone watching it? Someone check your history. Someone check your history and get me the Hutch VOD, please. I don't want to have to use the Twitch extension. Ah, here we go.
Somebody, I don't know how they did this. They work in like data collection or data analysis. I don't know how they did this. Why can't I find it now? Where'd it go? October 25th, 26th? When did they post it? Some guy. Oh, here.
Some genius, some computer genius managed to
look at this thread.
Search all my transcripts. Some sort of hacker, some sort of data collection hacker managed to search all my transcripts.
From an account called Jules Nader. An obligatory reminder that I fucking hate brigading. It's my, it is, I hate it. So I don't want you guys leaving replies. Just like, we're not going to be those brigading people. We're going to be the community that doesn't fucking brigade people.
Right.
I don't care about Twitter likes and engagements.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Guys, please don't go and pump likes onto my 10 like tweets in this thread. Guys, please. I actually don't care. So please don't go and pump likes onto my 10 like tweets in this thread. I understand you're about to see some 10 like tweets in this thread, but guys, I actually don't want anyone liking them. So you shouldn't think anything of that, really. I actually don't want people liking my tweets. I'd prefer if you didn't go and like them.
This person says, here's another deep dive into the Hassan hate industrial complex. This time I analyzed how often Hassan and Hutch mention each other in 2025. Hassan has mentioned Hutch 35 times across 17 streams. Honestly, that's a little surprising. Hutch has mentioned Hassan 1,340 times in 205 videos on his channel.
That's not surprising.
How do you have to how do you even do that? Like, what tool did somebody come up with to do that? I feel like you get to 17 daily
this guy's
streams.
Like a hacker. This guy like hacked my channel
Way before you get to 205
he stole all my
videos.
words.
Yeah, wouldn't you have to analyze? Wait, I don't even understand. So did the person go through all of Hassan's VODs? Would they even have the tool to do that? How do you check that? Are there transcripts for Twitch? How do you think Conduit does his job? And so then I joke around a little bit, do a little meme. And he says, those are obsession numbers. Bro, it says YouTube, you boomer. But no, but it says YouTube channel and VOD comparison. He doesn't stream on YouTube. So how the fuck did he get the transcript for for 17 streams? This guy calls me obsessed.
Yep.
It's like, bro, you just used some kind, you developed some kind of like software or some kind of tool to scour through all of my YouTube videos.
He developed a Hutch gang stalking program. He developed a Hutch specific gang stalking program. He set up this. He developed a whole new program that's specifically designed to make Hutch look crazy on Twitter. It's a whole new computer. It's a whole new AI. It's a whole new LLM that is made purely just to gaslight Hutch and make him look insane on Twitter.
To find every instance that I said the word Hassan. And I'm the fucking obsessed one? Took me a grand total of 2 minutes using this YouTube transcript aggregator You can look at all the videos where you mention him. It's quite disturbing. This just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, what doesn't make sense?
Like,
what are you
that
confused
seems like
by?
a very flawed way to kind of judge the situation. Wouldn't there be value to know what I was saying? Doesn't what I say matter more than the trend of how many times I say something? D-King with $10. The Zog conspiracies must end. We got to make Hog conspiracies. Hassan a cult group. Because this mofo has a network of media heads that defend him on speed dial. People across all kinds of news outlets. He has an iron dome, is what he has.
Dude, it's all Israel all the way down.
We got to think of like a pun for how to express that sentiment. He has like an iron dome. And it kind of makes sense. And I wonder if he's savvy enough to have intentionally cultivated this iron dome, or if it's simply just a product of him just being popular, you know, and he wasn't doing like
it's all by mistake. It's all by mistake. Yeah, it's all just by mistake. He just sort of fell into having like a great, you know, set of media connections. People just fall into that sort of stuff.
Chess, the HDF, the Hassan Defense Forces, yeah. But it's really not. It's really all now. It's not all that complicated. He is very kind of like popular online, very hip. And I think he makes people. I think his superpower is making people feel morally superior. Like I've talked about this recently, but I feel like that's his kind of MO.
Right.
That's the product that he's selling. Like, I think being a part of Hassan's community and having that kind of tribalistic identity, I think the product is, you know, we are very morally superior and to a lesser extent intellectually superior. And so it's about feeling like we're better than the other people. That's like what he's selling.
Nah, you don't understand. Hassan is literally Lelouch from Code Geass. Well, that can't possibly be true.
And I think people are really drawn to that. And I think people fear his power level because they've seen him just mercilessly dunk on people especially on Twitter. You know, like getting a ratio, I feel like is kind of like a currency, you know? Like if you're an account that very reliably ratios people, that's kind of do you guys agree with me? Like on Twitter, that's kind of like you know, that's like the currency. You know what I mean? If you're one of these accounts that can consistently ratio the fuck out of people, that's like, how do I describe it? Like, those are like the coolest people on Twitter that do that kind of thing, you know?
Dude. Oh my god.
And so people want to be close to that. They don't want to be on the receiving end of that. You know, speaking of which, that reminds me, I think Ludwig said something about Hassan's community, right? Didn't he say something like MAGA? Didn't he say something about MAGA? Where's here, hold on. Ludwig compares Hassan fans to MAGA. I'm glad people are picking up on this, by the way, because there are similarities. Grassroots Hegemon with $20. If Hassan Piker were president right now, Trump and him would be fighting for who could make the White House look like the tackiest brothel in Qatar. Jesus Christ. In Qatar?
Right.
It sounds actually as bad as Trump. Don't say
they have
man.
like
come on now.
The same ad hominem attacks, you know, Donald Trump would say to me if I was talking to him in a debate.
I can't stand Ludwig.